challenge to get things going. But anyway, I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. I dedicate it to everybody who's driving or has to drive for work or even for just for leisure. Long car rides have to be one of the most difficult things for the body to overcome because we're sat in a fixed position. You get a lot of bad circulation, shall we say, and it's just not comfortable. So I'm going to show you 4 or 5 different techniques when you take your stop for coffee or whatever and you're on the road, truck stop. Here's 4 or 5 stretches that you go-to ones that'll keep you in better shape for when you arrive and you're not like hitting the Advils or the ibuprofen upon getting to your destination. So let's begin. First thing is, I think, a really important one is the hips. These parts here get really tense, especially when you have the foot above the accelerator or the clutch. So for the hips, it's very simple. These are easy stretches. Just hold on to a wall or something next to you. I don't want to give my back to the camera. And lift your foot. That's it. It's that simple. So foot goes up there at the top of the quad, the heel there, and just pushing the knee or guiding it down towards the ground. And you'll feel the opening here. This is really good for the hips. It relieves a lot of tension. You stay here as long as you like and be enjoying your coffee even meanwhile if you have to. So just a practical maneuver here for the hips. Stay here for another few breaths. And again, it's not to be rushed. You don't want to just run into this and quickly hold this position for 2 seconds. No, if you're here for a minute, that's probably a good idea. It'll prevent a lot of issues when you're trying to get in and out of the car and just be comfortably seated. So give it another few seconds here. Just be patient. The only disadvantage with this particular technique, you look at your WhatsApps or emails on your phone, can you? You have both hands occupied. Anyway, it's a break for the eyes anyway. So now the other side. And again, heel up there. And the knee just pushing down towards the floor. Again, no forcing or straining. Just let gravity do its thing. Doesn't matter how high your heel is up your quad or not. It's just a matter of getting the leg into this position to counter the effects of being seated for such a long time in the car or the truck. So relaxing for a few more moments here. And now the next one. Everybody's probably seen where you take the hands and for the shoulders, you put the fingers here, like going this way. But you can get a little bit more out of the movement here if you get your palms flat against the wall or the truck or the car door or whatever. You get it completely flat and face the fingers all the way down. So try it. Just be careful. If it really causes a lot of discomfort, then just go like this. And if you have a big smartwatch, maybe it's the moment to put in the pocket. So anyway, just fingers down, palm flat. You're standing here. Arm is parallel to the ground. And then just once you're comfortable there, just slowly, maybe with an exhale or just normal deep breathing, looking over to the right, getting some extension there. You'll feel that in the wrist, shoulder. It's a really, really good one. And just stay here for a few moments with this stretch. Now, the other advantage of doing these techniques here when you're driving is it moves the circulation in the body and can reverse the effects or help reduce the effects of tiredness when driving. So that's a big upside. And although it takes a few minutes to do this, much better to arrive safe and sound than have any issues with a sleepy moment behind the wheel. At least that's my opinion. Okay, now release gently, bring it down, maybe move the fingers a little bit, like a piano player before going to the other side. And again, just taking that hand, fingers down. palm flat, arm is parallel. And yes, I'm going to give my back to the camera. But anyway, just turning slightly, looking over your shoulder. This is also good for the neck and the shoulders, the wrist. A lot of parts are here benefited. So another moment, another breath, and relax. Okay, so I've done wrists, we've done something for the hips. Now we need to do something for the lower back. Well, I recommend this. If you can do it, just put your hands like you're in prayer pose, so to speak, with the palms together and the fingers. Wherever you can go. If you can get your palms touching, fantastic. If you can't, just even the fingertips touching, wherever on the back is fine. And then just try to bring those shoulders back and the elbows back and just gently look upwards. This is a back bend. If you need to, close your eyes a little bit, bend your knees, just stay here. And again, if you can get up a little further, if you want to bend your knees, sometimes you can work the fingers a little bit higher, get the palms in a bit closer. It's just on your own comfort level. But the important thing is to get this back bend in here and counter again the effects of being seated in the car or the truck for a long period of time. You can stay here as long as you like. I always bend my knees while I'm coming out of this one. Just be careful and inhale. You don't want to get dizzy as you're moving the head backwards and forwards. And now, for last two things, a forward bend and something for the shoulders. So, the forward bend is like this. Just reaching up, grabbing the elbows there, and now exhaling. It's just more comfortable to go down that way. Exhaling, and you don't have to push or strain. You're not trying to touch the floor. You're just trying to get the gravity to pull a little bit there on the lower back, upper back. Keep the head relaxed. If you need to, for balance or whatever, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can even separate the feet a little bit if you're concerned about stability, etc., and balance. Just go for a comfortable spot. The important thing is not to force or push. Don't want to be bouncing here. Just holding and letting gravity do its thing. If you stay here for a little while, maybe you feel you get a little bit closer to the floor or the ground. That's great. And another moment here. And now bend your knees and coming up, hands on the hips. Inhale as you come up so you don't get dizzy. There we go. And last one. I promised something for the shoulders. I think this will come out. Yeah, okay. Well, this is what I call the against the wall maneuver. But you just put your hands up here against the truck, car door, wall, whatever you have nearby. Separate the feet a little bit. And just by pushing back, pushing the palms against your surface and pushing back on the legs, just let the head and the chest drop there a little bit. You'll feel nice opening there in the shoulders. This is really good. It helps also with the posture. And just breathing through the nose. Some deep breaths, inhale and exhale. And you feel like new after this one. You'll even notice if you're here in a good spot for the legs, you even feel a little bit of stretching there in the back of the legs, which is good. Yeah, Jim, don't force it. You're not looking to touch the surface of the wall with your forehead or anything like that. Just let gravity do a little bit of help for you to counter the effects of long journeys. And now when you're coming out of this, just like the other ones, just inhale. Don't get dizzy in the head. Put your hands out in front, little piano player, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed that sequence. Call it the truck journey stretch, and please subscribe to my channel. See you soon for the next adventure with Michael Sands.